Are you ready to start writing with your Cricut machine? Hi, I'm Heather, the designer behind Especially Paper. I'll show you how to use a pen to write with your Cricut Explore or Cricut Maker machine, including setting up text in Cricut Design Space, how to find and use the free Cricut fonts, and a few tips about the pens, including what didn't work for me. Stay until the end to see writing examples with different types of pens. Since this is a beginner video, I'll stick to the pens specifically made for Cricut machines, rather than diving into pen adapters or other brands. The shape I'm working with is a ghost from the Bats and Ghosts Garland on Especially Paper, but regardless of the shape you're using, the text setup is the same. Use the text tool to enter some text. Keep the box selected. In the top menu bar, under the Operation drop-down menu, select Pen. From the Style drop-down, switch to Writing. To find the free Cricut fonts that have a writing style, go to the Font drop-down menu, then Filters on the right side. Select Free and Writing. This is High Tide. Actually, let's use Poker Night. That's a more condensed font. You'll notice that the writing font on the canvas looks quite different from what displays in the preview window, so it's hard to tell what it's going to look like until you've actually selected it. Here's a quick snapshot of the free Cricut fonts in their writing style. I took a look at some of the paid options as well, and there are some really cute fonts. If you choose a paid font, you can design with it on the canvas. Once you go to make it, you'll see a checkout option. The ones I looked at were $4.99. You can use non-writing fonts as well, but the pen will outline the letters rather than writing the letters. This is what the previous fonts would look like if you don't select the writing style. If you've never used the Align tool, it's one of my most used tools. I've got two objects selected, the text and the ghost, and I use the Align tool to center horizontally. I'm adding a couple of ghost eyes using the ellipse shape. For shapes, the pen will outline the shape. I'll color in the eyes by hand. In the Layer panel, select all the written pieces, and under the Color drop-down, select the pen you'll use. I'm using the Glitter Gel Pen. Make sure the objects are the same color, or you can also select different pens for each object, and the machine will let you know when to swap the pens. If you go straight from here to make it, the machine will lay out all of those pieces separately. So before you make it, select all the pieces. Then select the Attach option. Now when you make it, all of the pieces will be grouped together on your cutting mat. Before you send the project to cut, insert the pen in the machine. I'm showing a Cricut Maker machine. Insert the pen in the A clamp. Push it in until it clicks. One of the advantages of using the pen specifically made for the machine is that it does have that click so you know it's installed properly. Shut the clamp and you're ready to cut and write your project. For this ghost tag, I'm using a gel glitter pen. When I first started this project, I used the standard black felt tip pen. On this cardstock, the felt tip pen bled a little bit, so I switched to a gel pen, which has a really clean finish on this cardstock. You may need to experiment and see which kind of pen works best for your material. There's a link in the description if you're interested. The set includes a good variety of pens and two of the 2.0 calligraphy tips. From left to right, this is a fine tip felt tip. Next is the glitter gel pen, which I also use to write the pen names at the bottom. Next is the 1.0 felt tip marker. And last is the calligraphy tip. On the package, it directs you to insert the pen at a 45-degree angle to the machine. That's how this one was installed. I also tried one with the pen inserted with the arrow to the front. That's the drawing on the right-hand side. I think either one of them I would have been happy with. I don't think the calligraphy pen works well for drawings, at least not this drawing of the leaf. So you may need to experiment a little, but in general, you want to put that pen in with it inserted at a 45-degree angle to the machine. If you have questions, please let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to answer.